We need 2 techs with full electronic capabilities, 2 Humpty Dumptys.
Get Fiedler to organize it.
And call Kramer to get us some ex-military cutouts.
How do I describe the project?
Call it a training up. Host it here. Set up a link with the NRO.
That's good.
Falsify FBI approval. And none of this goes beyond our team. And get that videotape.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, the podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. And first, before I even do anything else, let me say Happy Father's Day. We are recording this on Happy Father's Day, so to the rest of you guys, I say Happy Father's Day to you.
How did our children let us do this?
Chloroform will do a lot of wonders.
It's a hell of a drug.
I'm teasing. That's not a thing. But no, seriously, Happy Father's Day to all of you fathers. And there you go. So this is episode 100, and I'm posting it also tonight. So on Father's Day too. Anyway, that doesn't matter.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'll post it
So
tonight.
we really can't cuss and
I would really appreciate it if you didn't, because I have to post tonight. Yeah.
I'm going to let it fly.
Just like in this
Here
movie.
it comes.
Episode, what is this movie? This is episode 169, I hope. And tonight we're talking about Enemy of the State. I am Sean Allred, and joining me tonight is Andrew, the dog is green, Jimison.
That poor little dog. But I couldn't help but laugh.
The dog is green. Okay. He painted the dog green. Corny, flaming El Camino Logan.
I had to think about that for a second, but shout out to random sex stores that operate as lingerie.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I wish those places were real, but they're not.
Are they not?
No.
Wasn't Victoria's Secret just
You
the other
have
day?
dashed
Then what the hell did I walk into the other day?
That's just
dashed completely.
yeah. That's just called a brothel. And Sam,
Man,
that's my blender. Vector.
that's my favorite blender.
I know, right?
I blend.
Some people
do podcasts. I blend.
right. Some people blend while they're podcasting. Yeah. As you fire up, that'd be great if you had a machine like nearby that just made like a similar noise that you could just fire up right then. Anyway, all right, yeah, Enemy of the State, 1998's Enemy of the State. I was super excited when this posted on Netflix because this is kind of one of my favorite spy thriller kind of movies, and so we will discuss it further. But before we do that, Andrew, please regale us. That's the word.
Regale?
Regale us with not the intro, with the what am I trying to say? What is this movie? Is what I'm trying to say.
A plot description?
Yeah, sure, that'll work. Plot description.
Okay, sure.
What is this movie?
Well, Enemy of the State is about a lawyer who becomes a target by a corrupt politician and his NSA goons when he accidentally receives key evidence to a serious politically motivated crime.
I didn't know he was
Of passion.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a politician. Yeah, whatever. I thought he worked for the NSA.
He was a lawyer, wasn't he?
Well, no, I mean he worked for the NSA.
Oh. Yeah, the NSA guy was the NSA guy.
Right. I mean, Gene Hackman said he's a politician. He's not a field agent. But, like, he was going to be, like, deputy director of the NSA. So, whatever. Doesn't matter. Who cares? What does matter is that we are watching it directed by Tony Scott, written by David
The late
Marconi. The late Tony Scott. You're right. Which makes me sad. I wish he was still around to make movies because I like his movies. I like most of his movies. I think they're actually really good. Yeah, starring your Will Smith and Gene Hackman and several other people. Yeah. So, as Andrew sends a funny GIF in GroupMe of John Voight hanging out at the pool, who is also
He's
in
a
this.
sexy man.
Oh,
Nice.
I'm actually looking at.
Everybody needs a good John Voight pool picture.
Well, I mean, the best John Voight bit ever is when he gets regurgitated by the snake in Anaconda and then winks at Jennifer Lopez and then dies. So, anyway, no, what is it? Tony Scott? He did some good stuff. I like him. He did he did Unstoppable, the train movie. He did The Taking of Pelham 123, which is another train movie. He did Deja Vu, which I like, though. If you stop to actually think about the time implications of that movie, it'll give you a headache and whatever. Man on Fire.
Also a train.
Again, I like. Spy Game, which we've seen. There was no train in that movie.
Sure there was.
Oh, okay. Sure. All right. If you say so.
Sure.
There was a
I'm
ferry.
sure there was wide pan shots of,
It was in
helicopters.
Louisiana, so I'm sure there was a train somewhere. Or in New Orleans, I should say. Enemy of the State, The Fan, Crimson Tide. Love me some Crimson Tide.
Absolutely.
The Last Boy Scout, one of Bruce Willis's worst movies, but it's fine. Days of Thunder, if it's not rubbing, it's racing, which we've done. Beverly Hills Cop 2. I didn't know he did Beverly Hills Cop 2. Corny, did you know that? Is Corny still?
I did actually. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a project.
Uh-oh.
I don't know that that's
button ready
considered
there,
a
Sean.
project.
Yeah, is your
You'll go
project
blind.
is your project also referred to as Black Ops 2?
No. Actually, I'm setting up a little mic thing. I was trying to do it before you started.
No, I'm sorry.
And, no, so it's for the podcast. We're good.
Did I pull the trigger too
right.
soon? I'm sorry. And then Top Gun, and then he's done some bunch of stuff. But yeah, so he's a good director, and I wish he was still doing stuff. They're doing a Top Gun 2 with your Tom Cruise. I'm sure he'll be running somewhere and riding a motorcycle at some point too.
Hopefully shirtless.
I was going to say possibly sure.
I don't know. He's getting kind of up there. I don't know.
Dude, his Mummy movie tanked.
Yeah, so a lot of people were confused about it, and I was doing some reading on that particular movie. A lot of people thought, oh, it's just a remake of the Brendan Fraser thing. No. It's Universal is like bringing back they're like rebooting the entire like monster franchise.
Don't they have to in order to maintain rights?
Those movies don't have rights. Those movies are those properties. The Mummy. Anyone can make a Mummy movie. A Dracula movie, a Swamp Thing movie. Like those are all just generic.
Really? So not Universal. Disney could make a Swamp Thing,
or a Paramount, or whatever. Anyone could make one. Those movies are also not those movies, but those concepts of Frankenstein, right? Like those are all so old that it doesn't matter. So Universal is kind of rebooting this. So I was told, spoiler alert. All right, so if you don't want to know, it doesn't matter. I don't think is that at the end of the Mummy movie, we are introduced into a character that sets up the next movie, which I don't know which one it is. But...
Yeah, I heard about that too.
So anyway,
Dr. Jekyll Hyde, I believe.
Yeah, you just kind of scared me there, Corey, a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Does it sound any better, any worse? Anything?
Sound the same, actually.
Yeah. Shit.
I mean, it doesn't sound bad.
It's clean.
You still sound like you're on a 58.
That's not bad.
Oh, balls.
Are you using like a $400 microphone and you're pissed off that you sound like you're using a $100 microphone?
No, I'm definitely still using the 58. I had a Shield, and it's not.
Oh, your little P filter, or
was it?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean your rear shield?
Red, white, and blue.
Oh yeah, your Captain America shield. Is that what you're using?
No, the little focal shield thing that I had purchased.
No, use it.
I'm using it. It's just not.
Good. Yeah.
Well,
Continue.
It's not.
I'm listening.
It's not adding to the ambiance.
Well, I mean, if you were recording straight to your computer, you might be able to hear a little bit difference. But we're probably losing a little bit of quality through Google Hangouts.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't base its effectiveness on this as your standard. But moving.
It's the day of my daughter's wedding.
Enemy of the State. So who has seen this before? All of us?
I have several times.
A long time ago.
I had only seen bits and pieces.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then I'll let you lead off, Andrew. Your kind of your initial thoughts on this.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm here for.
Well, I'm not thrilled by the movie like most people are, and I read some reviews, and it didn't hit me maybe at the right time, or I don't know. That I really think the movie is about 30 minutes too long. I think some stuff could be cut out and not lose the quality of the film. It was a little preachy at times, I thought. And I don't know. I couldn't decide. It certainly wasn't an action film. I didn't think.
No.
What does it say? Action?
It says action thriller. Though. I mean, you know, Jason Lee. My Name Is Earl was on a bike at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that scene was disturbing, but cool. And there were some good parts of this movie, but I don't know. I'd never bought into it 100%, and I just felt like it was a PSA about the government's listening to everything that you do, which maybe they are, but whatever.
Only you, Andrew.
I know.
Well, I mean, 98. I mean, we're coming into an age, right, of computers are dangerous and scary, and we're right before the Matrix is about to happen, and it felt like, even one of my notes I wrote, it felt like we were in this time in the mid 90s where like the NSA was the bad guy in everything. Mm-hmm. Though the only thing
this was pre 9/11 too, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Well, yeah, 98. Yeah. So, all right, I'll see where you're going. Andrew, Andrew, you just went corny.
What's up? No, so for the first time in many movies, and Andrew and I are going to differ a little bit. Maybe probably because of nostalgia, but the movie doesn't hold up quite as well as it did. But it's still, I feel, a good little bit of a movie between our boy Will Smith and Gene Hackman, and a rare Lisa Bonet sighting.
Mm-hmm.
And then so apparently this movie is a breeding ground of B-list actors, because all of them were here.
Yeah, that bothered me.
But the thing is, those guys were I think were either starting or almost A-listers at the time. Is that the thing right?
Yeah,
maybe not that. Jack Black was new.
Yep.
Seth Green.
Yep.
Seth Green and Jamie Kennedy in the same movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I always get those two mixed up.
Would you believe?
They kind of do. I think that's why they made Seth Green dye his hair more red. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a big, everything you do is being watched. Don't shit in the bathroom without anyone knowing, that kind of thing. But for the most part, I still enjoyed it. I've watched it 3 times in the last 2 months, so
wow,
it works for me.
All right,
twice for the podcast and once for myself.
Okay.
I watched it in the bathroom a few minutes ago.
You watched the movie, or you watched?
No, that's Enemy of the Steak.
Oh,
nice.
That might be the name of the podcast. Okay.
I think it should be.
Or the episode, not the podcast. We're not renaming the show that.
Enemy of the Steak.
That was as funny as that would be.
I'm surprised this ain't a cooking show, bitch.
I actually kind of thought at some point in time Enema of the State would have happened, so maybe we can just combine the two.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, it's down. There's something.
I don't know what kind of people we're going to attract.
Hopefully the ones with summer teeth.
Now we're just calling back to old episodes. Anyway,
is there anything else we do?
No. Well, I mean, the episode names it's pretty specific. I mean, I'm just looking back at the ones I got. We can get a little Tony Snarky, and
there we go.
1 800 my cocaine. So
One of my favorites.
yeah. So there you go. Anyway, Sam, unless your whole review was that you watched it in the bathroom.
Well, that too, but this is kind of in my eyes, the typical '90s movie, where this is obviously way before the Patriot Act, because we pretty much live under this type of stuff nowadays, in terms of listening in and all that sort of stuff, and they kind of take it to an extreme in this. I don't think it works as fast as it does. Otherwise, we would have been able to like catch the Boston bomber a lot quicker, or some of these other things that could have really helped us as a country.
You mean we don't have the technology to rotate a 2-dimensional photo?
Oh, but it guesses. It assumes and it estimates what that would be.
Hypothesize. Come on.
I couldn't even. Every time I see that movie, that part I vomit.
And let's see, that's the one in the lingerie shop, isn't it?
Yeah. They're like, can we rotate the bag? No, you can't. You can't rotate a picture.
Are you seeing why this bothers me now?
Do what?
Yeah, well, no, and I can totally understand it. There's some certain technological flaws that were bad even then, and now we know even more about it, and it's even worse nowadays.
Yeah.
But I liked Will Smith in this movie. I thought it was a perfect role for him in terms of he's just kooky. He's like the guy you want to hang around, but he's not so goofy that he's what's his Martin Short.
Steve Martin
with him in
Steve Martin.
Bad Boys.
Steve
Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence. I said Steve Martin 3 times.
Lawrence.
That's wrong. Martin Lawrence.
Martin Short.
So,
could you imagine Bad Boys with Martin Short?
Oh my god.
That actually, I think that's a better movie.
That would be one hell of a pairing. Oh my god.
Man,
gosh,
that,
what was it? Pure luck that Martin Short and the guy from Lethal Weapon.
Joe Pesci.
Did? No.
He actually
not Mel
isn't.
Gibson, but what's his name?
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. Really funny movie if you ever get to check.
My gosh, what is that noise?
Thunder.
Oh my lord!
Oh really?
Yeah. If
dude,
if you die, yeah, we know what happened.
Yeah, we got you.
Exactly.
Yeah, you've got the earphones on, so
through the headphones,
it'll ground to your head, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, through the headphones, it sounds like someone is moving furniture. It's like, what is Karen doing? Is she like moving a piano right now? Gosh,
You see the background of Andrew's picture, her actually moving a piano.
right. And by moving it, I mean
Where are you, Andrew?
She picked it up.
I'm in my house.
In a cloud,
Oh,
apparently.
not the normal dark room that.
Yeah, you actually have
I light
lights
up
on
every
behind you.
time.
We can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I changed the timer on my lamp. So
Oh, okay.
Anyway, well, good luck,
Stay
sir.
on for
If you
another 30 minutes or so.
if you disappear, we'll understand that God was angry at you and took you out. So
Yes.
Yes. So anyway, was I finishing up? I enjoy not Martin Lawrence.
Will Smith,
Billy Bob Thornton. What's his name? Will Smith
Gene Hackman
in this movie.
Oh.
And Gene Hackman, I could take or leave.
Pop as usual.
I thought his character in this movie was kind of stupid, but smart but stupid. Like, why? Will Smith is an idiot, right? And he's going to bring him down and ruin everything he's been working at. So I just don't see why he should have taken Will Smith under his wing.
Well,
But
you got to.
anyway,
He's lonely. Plot
pretty
on.
good. Pretty good, I guess. Yeah.
I'll actually say this about Gene Hackman specifically. I think he makes every scene he's in better. There are moments where I almost feel like he's too good for the movie.
I agree with you.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm a huge Gene Hackman fan, though. I mean, Crimson Tide is made significantly better because of his charisma and his almost arrogance and his ability to command the scene the way he does. So in this movie, as a techno nerd, former NSA spook, I live in a Faraday cage, but we're going to call it the jar because people don't know what a Faraday cage is. Then I actually liked him a lot. I thought he was really great. I thought he's probably one of the better parts of the movie. As far as the other, were you done, Sam? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
good.
Okay, I was making sure he'd thrown to me. I couldn't remember. I was like, oh wait, did I just steal Sam? As far as the other actors who are at the on the rise to mediocrity, maybe, because they weren't on the rise to stardom. I mean, of that group of nerds in the van, I mean, who is probably
Jack Black?
Jack Black's probably the most
easily Jack Black.
Yeah, it's easily because of movies like School of Rock and Tenacious D, and I know that's not a movie, but you know what I'm saying. But I mean,
Shallow Hal, come on, man.
Oh, Shallow Hal. Yeah. But then you get movies like, Seth Green. I mean, say what you want, but Adult Swim has made Robot Chicken a thing to the point that I don't know if you guys are watching TV as much as I do. I watch too much. But there's a Progressive commercial where they do it in action figure style, and that was him. Mm-hmm. That's Seth Green and his team doing a Progressive commercial. Karen, stop moving the piano.
That's a little scary. Yeah.
Gosh. So anyway,
watching the news here, so keeping an eye on it.
All right. So anyway, no, I mean, again, I liked the van of the nerds. I thought they were all good, and again, they're fine. And of course, you're gonna have Scott Conn and Busey. Conn! Who are you guys again? They're ops. You can tell by their haircuts. They're punchlines throughout the whole movie, which I think is funny.
It's a very specific type of haircut.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Yeah, it's a very
God, man.
It's a very distinctive haircut.
So does everybody see what I'm actually behind?
Yeah. Oh, so gosh, there's all kinds of things happening. So Corny is showing us his filter. Sam is showing us cake that he got for Father's Day, and Andrew
is showing his dick.
Meanwhile, Andrew pops up on the screen, and all I see is lightning in his
right. The lightning just flashes. This is terrifying. For those of you listening at home, my view right now is fantastic. I'm just gonna say. So anyway, do I own this movie on DVD? Yes, I do. I know you're all shocked.
How often do you watch it?
Oh, I actually haven't watched it probably in 3 or 4 years, maybe.
Maybe since that one time I said, "Hey, what's what you're going to say?"
It might have been. I mean, it probably been more than 3 years. It might be. We might be looking at maybe 10 years.
I think Parker was like a baby last time that I watched it with you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I really like these types of movies. I mean, again, I like Spy Game. I like these types of movies where it's kind of the government versus one guy. I mean, this is Born without guns, basically. And I like. Now, I will say this. I read this in the trivia. This movie was originally written for Tom Cruise. And then he couldn't do it because he was doing Eyes Wide Shut. And so then they put in Will Smith, which I think was great. I love Will Smith because he adds some comedy to an otherwise very kind of serious role.
Tom Cruise would have really brought this down.
But the running scenes would have been great.
I don't know. Will Smith runs in a lot of movies too.
I guess.
I'm sure he runs in Bad Boys. I think he runs in Hancock.
Independence Day.
I don't think he runs in Hancock. He flies everywhere, doesn't he? I don't know. Maybe he does. He does in Independence Day. Yeah, he runs.
Earth Mother.
Yeah, he runs a little bit. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, he's not as prolific a runner as Tom Cruise. Sorry, Corny, your camera is just making me laugh whenever you talk. Just the reflection of the blue light of your desktop is just funny. Anyway, so all right, so
and meanwhile, thunders and Andrew pops up.
Yeah, it thunders and then there's Andrew. This is weird. All right, here we go. So again, I'll say this. I'm kind of biased towards the movie because I like it. It's entertaining. The parts that make me laugh really make me laugh. The tech stuff, you guys have heard my rant many times about tech. I'm going to give them some praise on some tech, though. Okay. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna rip them and then I'm gonna praise them. Okay. Can't rotate a picture. One. And anyone listening at home going, well, I watched that NFL football, and they do that.
They have multiple cameras.
That's because they got 400 cameras in the stadium. You can't take a screenshot and then rotate it. I don't care what kind of computer you're running. That's not a thing. 2, no one has ever encoded, Corny, you can tell me if I'm wrong, and it's fine if I'm wrong, but has anyone ever encoded a moving GIF of anything while you're copying data from one disk to another? Like why would you have two-headed sumo guys making noises? That's not a thing.
Oh, well, I mean, that's actually kind of a thing.
Is that a thing? Okay.
I mean, you could have part of your download process, you could have that running as a thing to show progression.
Right.
I mean, that's possible.
Okay, Andrew, I'm going to need you to mute whenever you have a thunder. I'm just teasing. I need you to anticipate the thunder. Actually, you can, I guess. Lightning.
No, but in all honesty, it would have been better had it just been
copying
either progress bar, or if that's just a thing that always ran.
Right.
It says HAL the computer on my desktop here.
Nice.
And then I can't do that, Al. Or Dave.
Dave, yeah, it's Dave. Good morning, Dave. And then what was the other thing that really pissed me off? Oh, he
Yo, what's up, Dave?
He encodes the video to a PCM1A card, IA card, and then sticks that into the back of a. I didn't know NAC even made a handheld console. Like,
I don't think it did.
Apparently it was a thing, but for some reason I thought it was a Game Gear, and then I remembered that was Rumble in the Bronx.
Was it not?
It was a TI-84.
No, it wasn't a Game Boy. It was an NEC handheld device. But again, I didn't. I literally thought, as far as you okay.
Maybe they only sold it in California.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I only remember Game Boys, and then the Game Gear that Sega came out with, which is what I had. And I had I
don't remember that being a thing. But then again, they were lousy with these competing systems. Then again, that would have been a thing. We should have known about that if it were real.
But according to trivia, it was real.
Trivia's wrong.
Well, it has been known to be wrong before. So,
we can look this up.
Go for it. I'll let you.
Only we had some interconnect.
If only we had some device to look up random questions.
Yeah, but it has to be an NEC handheld device, is what it has to be. No, and then he sticks it in the thing, and that's another thing. Whatever, fine. Okay, trope. I wish I had a trope alert, because we do enough tropes. Maybe I should create a trope.
Oh wait, didn't we have a sound for trope alert?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, thunder.
No, that's not it. Here we go.
Hey, bro.
All right. So anyway, so the mob guys are Italian. Fine. For whatever reason in the movies, mob guys are always Italian, but whatever. So then you bring in Tom Sizemore, who's not even credited in this movie, which is weird.
Yeah, really. That's right.
And they actually show us the time. They give us a timestamp, right? Such and such restaurant at 14:30 hours, which is 2:00, and 2:30, and they're eating lunch, or they're eating a meal, like a heavy meal. And I thought, really, we're eating at 2:30? Okay,
maybe they're done with the lunch crowd.
But yeah, maybe they're done with the lunch crowd. They've done all their crime that they need to do. Now they're hungry. It's time to eat, right? Well, then they do it again at the end when they have the shootout, and they're eating with the kids, and it's 4:30. And I thought, all these guys do is just sit in the back of the restaurant and just eat all day. Like, that seems like
that sounds wonderful.
I mean, it is.
That is the best plan in every way I can imagine.
I mean, it makes me almost want to be a crime boss just so that I can. Oh, Andrew has found us something.
Yeah.
What is this? The NEC Turbo Express. Look at that.
Yeah.
How much can you get one?
I don't know.
See if you can find one on eBay. How much is this?
Oh, this is.
You're gonna pull a YouTube video. Oh,
I don't want to do that. I'll keep looking.
Yeah, keep looking. It's a real thing. I liked my Game Gear. I'm not gonna lie. I had Ninja Gaiden on my Game Gear. I had a Sonic game.
Sonic was great.
It was called Primal Fear. It was like Mortal Kombat, but for like dinosaurs and giant apes.
Hey, quick question.
Yeah. Primal Rage. That's what it's called.
Why did Andrew send a picture of your dad in a pool chair?
Of my dad? Are you saying Gene Hackman looks like my dad? I mean, I don't know. Does he?
Is that Gene Hackman? John Voight.
Oh, John Voight. I mean,
Sorry.
John Voight.
Not
really. He actually kind of looks like my buddy Steven's dad. Actually, he kind of looks like Randy. It's not an insult.
Randy.
Anyway,
Introductory price $249 in December of 1990.
Oh.
So, released in late 1990 in Japan and in the United States.
Wait, late 1990? This movie was in 98. What is he doing with one of those? I guess Jason Lee likes collecting old, whatever. That's fine. Whatever. Corny?
What was? Oh, yeah.
I got to have a question with you. I got to have a conversation. I admittedly have lived a fairly sheltered life. So I'm going to have to ask this question, and if I come across as a Central Africa moment, then forgive me. But is eggplant a slur for African Americans?
If it is, I am unaware of it, and
it's apparently used as a penis in your cell phone texting.
Yeah, it's an emoji. Yeah, but I get that. But because that actually, but eggplant is that?
No, I don't remember that being a slur of any sort. And next time we have our monthly meeting, I'll be sure to.
Okay.
Have you seen Corny's pants?
They're very purple. They're very plenty.
No, I'm saying he hides an eggplant very easily.
This is getting gross. I'm actually going to Urban Dictionary this.
Don't know.
Well, look at this. It's a slur used by many Italians for African Americans.
Really?
Huh.
Is that what
This
Urban
is according to the racial slur database online.
There's a racial slur database.
That's a thing?
Wait. We need to address this real quick. How the hell did Sam have one of those so damn quickly?
I know, he was ready to go.
No. Yep. Sorry.
Eggplant, the term that Italians use to address African Americans.
There's a racial slur database on the Amish.
Hey, don't you be
yams.
friends with eggplants, you hear me? The next thing you know, they're gonna stole your stereo or some shit.
Hey. Why is this black guy covered in tomato sauce, huh? You said you wanted eggplant parmesan, huh? Sorry.
Nice.
I don't know whether to be offended or hungry.
So I've learned something. I never knew.
Oh, you gotta have the right stuff, man.
You gotta have chicken. You gotta have real meat.
The eggplant can be good if someone does it right.
Eggplant is the meat of vegetables, though.
Good God, there's so many for Arab people.
Okay. You should probably get out of there, Sam.
I don't want to say what I don't want to say.
Did you say hotcakes?
Ooh.
I'm kind of hungry. I could go for some hotcakes.
All right, so I put in slur dictionary.
Never call an Armenian armpit.
Okay. Anyway, we should get away from this.
I went to slur dictionary, and all I see are arpeggiated exercises.
Nice.
Oh, slur.
Wait.
Got it.
Wait, there's a word here.
Holy crap.
Oh, I got one for you. Hold on, guys. It's coming.
Oh, great.
Okay.
This awkward moment of racial tension is brought to you by whatever the website Sam's on.
By the racial slur database, when you need a racial slur and you can't remember.
Yeah, which we do not endorse.
rsdb.org.
Yeah, we don't endorse that. .org. Whatever. I think it's really bad that 500
we find on the internet.
500 cops are out there by the bay or by the whatever water. Jason Lee goes out there to get his thing, and the only guy that sees him is the bad guy. Like, really? You're the worst cops ever. Good job, DC cops.
Not to mention, you think they would have researched that since they're so into all this tech stuff to not kill him so open in
I don't know.
which could have been a public park. It looked like maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. You want a cup? You want some coffee? No, I don't want a cup of coffee. I want to play with my dog. I like that old guy.
Get off my lawn.
Oh my lord, Andrew Corny. What did you just say?
Didn't know that was a thing. That's
That's awesome.
Oh my god, I'm never repeating that ever.
and I really like that candy bar. Really, really do. No, I can never have it again.
Never.
Yep.
Laundry eggs. What? Why did we think? Oh, never mind. I wrote, sorry, Jason, but if you couldn't see a fire truck, then you suck.
Dude, he got pulverized.
Did you see the zip disc?
sorry.
That made me happy. What?
As I said, did you see it when Will Smith came up and was like, "Damn, he ain't gonna be in the
Yeah, he's gonna be an enemy of the state too." Yeah. Wait, that was Chris Tucker. Never mind.
They all act alike. I'm what?
Oh. So anyway, you rubbed off on that website you were on. So we have a hopping man in this movie.
Okay.
Anybody can think about who that would be? At least it
The
is to me.
dog.
Hopping man.
No, not that dog. That dog was funny. That bit at the end when he comes home and she's holding the dog and he puts the dog on the ground and she picks it back up and he puts it back on the ground. Like, I thought that bit was funny. No, not the dog.
No, I meant
Not the dog.
the big dog. The big dog that out of the car and.
Oh,
I wonder what. I wonder.
No,
what
that one girl got killed. She got her head blown off. I don't know. Who's the hopping man?
So, to me, it's the guy that was the fake Brill. He shows up and then we never see him again.
Why is he fake? Why is he fake?
Remember, he showed up and he's like,
Oh no! I
Will
remember
Smith
now.
says, "Are you Brill?" And he goes, "No, Brill's
yeah.
dead. He died in a ditch and blah blah." And then Gene Hackman hits him in the car, and then we never see that guy again. Like, well, just because his cover's blown doesn't mean you couldn't probably use another ops guy. Anyway, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just thought it was weird. But he's also from The Usual Suspects. Like, how weird is that to get that guy in your movie?
There were so many random stars in this movie.
Well, again, stars, you're using the term loosely. I mean, like, is Barry Pepper a star in '98? I mean,
I don't know. Anytime you get what's his name's son in a movie, the guy with the big teeth from
Busey?
Starship Troopers.
yeah,
Busey.
Jake Busey.
You see, you're really topping that list.
That was one thing that bothered me about this movie is, use people that are slightly unknown, but don't use every person who is on the B list at the top of the B list right now.
Well, I mean,
The secretary didn't go down to the second page. She stayed on that first page.
well, I mean, but let's.
And,
we're looking for
didn't dig into the
nerdy
phone
white
book.
guys. Oh, they're all here. Okay, fine. But I mean, like, again, I'm trying to think. So other movies that have big casts, right? You always think of movies like war movies. They always have huge casts. And
Or all the Ocean's 11 movies.
they don't. But those are all like kind of A-listers. I mean, even like your guys like Don Cheadle, who people are like, who's that guy? Oh, he's the guy in the new Iron Man movie, right? Okay, even he was doing his own thing. But that was intentional. That whole point of that movie is intentional. But when you get movies like Saving Private Ryan, right? Again, we had never heard of Barry Pepper before that movie, and he was great in it. And most of the other soldiers in his, like, we didn't know who friggin' Vin Diesel was, and he's in that movie, and he dies first.
He is Groot.
And there's another Adam Goldberg. Again, we didn't know who he was. So, like, I don't have a problem with them using these kind of B-listers, so to speak, in mass that they did. Because, again, of that whole group of people, even Jake Busey and Scott Conn, Jack Black is the most name recognizable. I mean, if I showed you an episode of Hawaii Five-0, you'd go, "Oh, that's the guy. That's Scott Conn." Otherwise, you might go, "Was he one of the guys from Ocean's 11? Maybe I can't remember. Is he the guy that drives the stuff? I don't know." So, anyway,
But it's like that's his role in almost every movie he's in. He is the hitter driver.
yeah, he's muscle with bad dialogue. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's fine. You can tell by their haircuts. I liked that was a running joke the whole time. I also thought the blender. There was going to be more jokes with the blender for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, it showed back up at the end. Hey, that's my blender. So, I'm going to come back for it. Well, then I kind of expected him to, like, literally walk out of the restaurant, go straight in the truck, get his blender, and then, like, walk down the street.
That's going to be in Bad Boys 3.
Oh, he's going to just walk around. Hey, Mike Lowry, why you got a blender? You know, some people meditate.
Old life of mine.
Some people have plastic pools. I blend. Why did they have a housekeeper, but Mrs. Dean was doing the dishes? I thought that was kind of weird.
Well,
She's not that kind of housekeeper.
Oh. No.
when I was down on my
something
ankle,
good.
we the folks at church got us a housekeeper for a little while, and we ended up doing more cleaning with the housekeeper than we ever did without it. Because we're like, we can't let the housekeeper see the house like that.
Right.
So we cleaned the freaking house. You know, me with my broken ankle and poor Kimberly having to, do most of it.
That's funny.
That's the time that everybody cleans their houses when somebody's coming over.
Right.
Exactly. Right.
The rest of the time, it looks like a tornado's coming through.
Especially if you have
Office
kids.
before everything goes in here.
Exactly.
Did any of you guys ever watch the TV show Last Man Standing?
No.
It was
Is
on
that the one with the beard?
The one with the beard.
Oh no, that's Last Man on Earth or something.
Oh, yeah. No, not that one. No, it's a Tim Allen movie, or show, I should say. It's a sitcom. It's on ABC. There's a
Is that the one that canceled because he's Republican?
That's not why it was canceled, and Republicans want to say that it is, but that's not why. It was canceled because it was in a contract year, and sitcoms like that cost money. I mean, Tim Allen was about to, get into that, $700,000 per episode range, and again, ABC doesn't own the right. They own the rights to broadcast the show. They didn't make the show. Fox makes the show. So, Republicans are going to cry foul. And again, this is not a political statement, people, okay? Just, don't think that's what this is. I'm just saying, if you think that, then fine. But that's not what it is. Anyway.
John cannot deny nor claim that this is true, and he cannot recollect the conversation that was had, or if it was had, if it was a conversation, if it was recorded or not.
I was at a family barbecue.
Sean, with the Honorable Sean Allred, please answer the question yes or no.
See, I was at a family barbecue, so.
This is something I'd rather not discuss in open session.
Yeah. We'll just have a private conversation. We'll have a private
Kudos
conversation.
to every one of you.
Anyway, my point is, in that particular episode, or in that show, there's an episode where they decide to get a housekeeper because they're just, overworked or whatever. Well, the wife feels so guilty about that the housekeeper is cleaning her house, and she's just, sitting on the couch, like on her laptop, that one of the kids comes in, right, and leaves trash all over the floor. And so the mom goes, "Oh, I'll take care of it." And the housekeeper's like, "No, that's my job." She's, "No, you go sit and I'll take care of it." So she pulls out the vacuum and starts vacuuming. And then Tim Allen comes home and his wife is vacuuming and the housekeeper's on the couch eating chips. And he's like, "What is wrong with this picture?" So anyway, sorry. That was a long way to get to that point. But Last Man Standing, it's a funny show.
I can understand that. Yeah, I could understand that feeling.
Yeah, but no, it's a funny show. And again, regardless of your political affiliation, I think it's actually a really funny show. Anyway, but yes, it is right-leaning. It is very right-leaning, but it's not. I feel like I'm defending the show, but it's not just Republicans are great and liberals are evil. There's moments where because the liberal, the most liberal of liberals, Al Gore basically marries into the family, and so then there's some hilarity from that. Anyway, beside the point. The point is,
Sean, what's the point?
The point is that unless you already have a satellite coverage of Baltimore, then getting the coordinates from the satellite doesn't work.
Yeah,
when they're at the gas station, he goes, "Pull up the footage from whatever," and then they show the satellite moving in space. And they're like, "Oh, there's the car." I'm like, unless you already had that, that's not how it works.
All satellites in space move that fast, by the way.
No, they don't. Oh, I was going to say this. The one thing they did good about tech, and I wonder if it was the technical advisor on the movie was also an audio guy, because they were like, "We're going to make sure we get the audio portion of this right." So they're like, the guy says, "If we don't have line of sight, we don't have audio." I'm like, yes, that's actually right. That's true. That's how that works. oh, we got interference, and like the microphones they're pulling out were like long shotgun microphones that you use on a film, for film and other recording of long distances. Like, oh, those are real. That's how you would do it. Great, good job. So, not the only tech they got right, but I was like high fiving the guy, the technical director for this movie. So good job. I did write, I guess saying the jar is easier than saying a Faraday cage, unless that phrase is like copywritten or something dumb.
I think David Faraday to go out there and see this week.
Right. Oh, yeah, Andrew, I need some Faraday golf coverage from you. Oh, it must be thundering.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
That was actually me.
I know it was corny. I was saying,
okay.
It doesn't.
I was
matter.
like, oh man, I sound like Andrew.
No,
you wanted some Faraday golf coverage. I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm with you.
Okay, the moment's bad. Weird seeing Bulldog from Frasier in a serious role. I expected him to bark at somebody. I guess he kind of did, but he was the general. He comes in and he says, "If this is someone's unilateral wet dream," I'm like, "That's Bulldog from Frasier. This is weird." Anyway, go watch Frasier. It's great.
Or you can just relive my year with my former roommate Angela Jern. It's pretty close.
Oh, I mean, as in watching Frasier. That's right. He bought like the whole series on DVD and then watched it from front to back. I thought you meant
and he became Frasier.
I thought you meant the barking part. No, he actually kind of is Frasier a little bit. He just doesn't have the money to do the lifestyle of that, which is great.
Yeah. I ended up playing the dad Martin. That made more sense.
Yeah, you walked around with a limp all the time and complained about things.
So big.
I gotta be honest, I actually did not see the mob coming back into the end of the film. I just kind of figured that was an intro to kind of give us, like, I'm pretending
he's standing up for him, yeah.
Yeah, so like, but so I gotta ask the question. And what do you think they're, shoot, of course I don't have it ready. It doesn't matter. So the plan is that Will takes the NSA guys to the Italian guys, and he's hoping for what? I mean, is he taking them there hoping they'll kill each other? I mean, what's the plan?
Enough confusion and enough time to make something happen.
Right. Maybe just to...
Yeah, I think it was a last-ditch thing, but thank God he had that connection of someone else who hated him.
Right. No, you're right. You're not wrong there. This is what I was looking for.
Not a great plan.
So, no, I mean, I guess, again, I'm pretending that I have not seen this movie before. Because even when I watched it in 98, which I'm pretty sure I saw this in the theater, I remember thinking, could I have seen this in the theater in 98? I guess I couldn't have, actually.
That was...
Because it was rated R, and I was only 16. Maybe I did. I don't remember. That was the year what?
It's the year I pledged.
Oh.
Fall of 98.
Damn, you old as shit, dog.
Fall? Oh, I guess you were a sophomore. Oh, you really are old. I do forget sometimes that you actually are old. We make the jokes in the show so much, but...
I hate you.
That's fine. Oh, we deserve it. Italians eating dinner at 4:30. That's fine. Why is he so sweaty all the time? Shit. Now, in
the hot kitchen, man.
Well, it's a hot kitchen. Yeah.
I actually think it's because this is when Tom Sizemore was at the height of his drug use. I think this is just like cocaine sweats.
Oh, jeez. Wait, is cocaine sweats a thing?
Oh, I don't know. I can pretend. I mean, what drug makes you sweat? Meth? I don't know.
Ecstasy.
Ecstasy? Does that make you sweat? I mean, I don't know, but I
saw that in Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, some guy thinks he can die in my club. That's the closest I can get to Peter Stormare.
Nice.
It was more like Schwarzenegger, but whatever.
Yes. And the three little pigs. It's in a blanket, yeah.
Yeah. The only thing, and really this also has always bothered me, like always and forever, amen, bothered me, is at the end of the movie when Will Smith is sitting on his couch and he turns the TV on and it goes all staticky and all of a sudden he's looking at himself. The camera is directly in front of him. So he looks up at the smoke detector to give us the assumption that the camera is up there, but the camera would have to be in the TV to get the angle he's looking at. And that always bothers me. Anyway, it's fine.
I never saw that.
Really? You didn't notice that?
Thank you for. No, I never noticed it.
I did. It was another thing that pissed me off.
Yeah.
I did, but I just at that point in time it was over, and I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Whatever.
We're on TV. We're on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You found mommy and daddy's special camera.
Right. But the thing about that too is like in order for that to work, they would not only had to have put the cameras in the house, they would have had to have put them on some kind of broadcast, like UHF broadcast, powerful enough to override cable. Because they'd staticked in and out.
Or they would have wouldn't they just put them in the darn back of the TV? Just plug it in?
Well, then it would have been on the whole time. She would have turned the TV on, and it would have only been that feed. But she's watching cartoons and then flipping the channels, and then that's when she realizes that she's on it. You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
Okay.
It's weird. It's dumb. Just a weird thing that I noticed. Again, when you...
Stupid book.
When you... Oh, okay. When you do this kind of thing for a living, that's the stuff that I think of. Because I do. That's what I do. I do AV. So, anyway. I'm looking for it, Corny. I can't find it. Shoot.
You have failed me for the last time.
Here it is. Sorry. Stupid book. There you go. Sorry. For some reason, it was in my normal, like, run of show area. Weird.
It should be.
Well, it was right after the last clip that I picked for the movie. Which is strange. Speaking of you failed me for the last time, The Empire Strikes Back was on TNT Friday. And Declan started watching it with me. And he's 4, so it's a little young to really introduce him to Star Wars and for him to understand it. But he loves the walkers. And so I was like, hey, Declan, guess what? There's going to be some Imperial walkers. And I mean, he about like peed himself. He was so excited. So we had to stay and watch the Imperial walkers, which turned into a 3-day ordeal of us finishing the movie.
Nice.
And I had to fast forward through the cave snow monster. I forgot what it was called.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a little creepy, a little scary. And then I fast forwarded past the whole, no, I am your father bit. Because for some reason, I want him to be old enough so when that line is said, it actually has meaning. I don't want to. I'm saying like I don't want to rob him of that at 4. So
that actually never had meaning for me.
Really?
Yeah. Sadly enough, I watched it 100 times, and I knew it, but it didn't bother me. And I guess maybe because I watched it, found out all of that stuff, watched it again, so the moment was gone.
Yeah.
So essentially, what you're afraid of.
Yeah, I mean, like I was the same way. Like I watched these movies growing up on VHS all the time. So. And my favorite one was, of course, the one with the Ewoks because I was young enough that those were kind of fun. But I remember that moment, though, being really confused, mostly. So, anyway. But then I got mad again, as I do every time I watch these versions. It's because it's the George Lucas edited versions. And so, like, there's all these other weird little things and it just it takes away from the movie. It pisses me off. And then, I mean, like, I was yelling at the TV the last time TNT did their run of Star Wars, and we were watching it, and it got to the end where it's supposed to be, Nub Nub singing, or Yub Yub. And Sarah actually poked her head up and said, Yub. This song is different. I said, yep, sure is. And wait for the end. And then when it shows Luke looking out and freaking Hayden Christensen is standing there next to Obi-Wan, and she says, my wife, who doesn't really like Star Wars, says, that doesn't make any sense. I'm like, exactly! If you say it doesn't make any sense, then why would George Lucas think this is a good idea? Luke should literally look at him and go, who are you? Because that's not the guy I just burned. You look different. And then why wouldn't they have freaking Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan? Like, why does Vader get to be young? It's so stupid. Freaking George Lucas. Anyway, there's been a rumor that Disney is going to release the theatrical versions on Blu-ray. If that ever happens, I will buy them instantly. I don't care how much they are. That's what I want.
I bet you won't.
Everybody wants that.
They do. The only people that don't care are people that started watching only these new versions. So like all of my college student kids, I've had conversations with, and I think I've even mentioned this on the show, when I make reference to Han shot first, they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, what? What do you mean, what am I talking about? And they've only known the edited version. I'm like, it's so much better. So anyway,
which is another reason why in Rogue One, I think that's why he just out that guy.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, see, look, this is how it should be.
Well, and here's something that's funny too, is that even Family Guy made fun of this. In, again, Empire Strikes Back, for whatever reason, Vader's sitting at the conference table waiting for them to come in, and Han sees him, pulls his gun and shoots. And then, Vader stops the blast and then takes the gun from him. And it's like, well, wait a minute.
Wonder Woman!
Han shot first then. Why is it okay for him to shoot first at Vader but not at Guido? Anyway. Or Greedo, whatever his name is.
We prefer to call them Italian.
Italian Americans. Because
Wait, what website were we looking at?
Because of shyster lawyers just like you. Actually, I think the term for someone like me is eggplant. Never heard of it, but apparently it's a thing. All right, here we go. Ready for some clippy clips. I only captured 10. So tuck in. I like this movie. Here we go.
And if that happens, that tape will disappear forever into my private collection, along with the Zapruder film and the porno from Hitler's bunker.
There you go. The porno from Hitler's bunker. It was funny when that movie came out. This movie came out.
Mein Kampf.
I had to. my struggle? I don't know. Wouldn't it be Mein Führer?
Mein Kampf is head.
You mean Mein Pleasure?
Mein Kampf is head. That's the name of his book, isn't it? It was My Struggle. Head. I thought that's what it was.
Kampf.
Really?
That's why Doomkampf is dumbhead or idiot. Yeah.
Oh, I
thought Mein Kampf was My Struggle.
I've always thought it. Mine. How do you spell Mein Kampf? Mine.
Be careful.
I know. I don't want to.
The government's watching. I don't know if that's something.
I know.
Kamein.
Yeah, I got it. I'm on Wikipedia right now. Mein Kampf, Kampf is German for my struggle. Okay, so.
Then again, we're also arguing that in that particular statement is my struggle.
So is this like?
I guess you're right. Well, yeah, I must have been pronouncing it wrong the entire time. I thought it was Kampf, which is head.
Yeah, Kampf is struggle.
Yeah.
So what is head? In German,
it could be
Kopf. KOPF.
KOP. Wait. Okay. Oh, Kopf. KOPF is head. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See, there we go. See, we learned something. Even Sam learned something. No, it's fine. I mean,
I was close.
I was confused. I'm like, because I know you know German. That's why I was like, wait a minute. I've been told this my whole life. Why would he write a book called My Head?
Yeah, it's one of the best heads in the world, and we want to show everybody my head and tell them, you know what? I'm going to write a book about it. I'm going to call it Mein Kampf, and it's going to be about my head. It's a beautiful head, yes.
And in this book, you'll finish each other's balls.
Oh, Andrew, all I can think of, and this is weird, again, this is not a political thing, save your emails, but all I could hear of when you were doing that bit was like, I know what emails, was like you pretending to do a German accent, but you were like basically just saying what Trump says, like, I have the best head, it's the best head, it's the biggest.
It's fantastic, it's huge, it's very, very nice. You know, one day I'm going to take my head and my head and I are going to ride on a T-Rex. On the moon.
On the moon. And I will be the moon
It's going to be the best moon ever.
The moon Hitler. And Sarah Palin will be my, I don't know what she is.
You know, that woman from Alaska with the huge knockers.
Yeah, where she can see Russia.
She will be my
She'll be your moose.
All right. Anyway, let's moving on. This clip is entitled "Guy Was an Asshole."
Dugan Jones, sir. We were with the 22nd Marine Expeditionary Unit. Kramer sent us.
Well, nice haircut.
30 months in a federal penitentiary in Marion, Illinois for a GBH-1 on your gunnery, Sergeant? What's that about?
The guy was an asshole, sir, and he deserved it, if you'll excuse me.
There you go. I just like that whole bit. That was funny. I always like this line too. It makes me laugh. I've actually said this to my dog.
Hey, you're about a bark and a half from being homeless.
And I know Corny has said that about his dog too.
I'll be honest, that dog doesn't bark very much.
Well, okay, fair enough.
She only barks whenever someone comes, like she hears a car that is unfamiliar.
I have a beagle, so she barks at leaves and babies and
everything.
Everything. Yeah. And freaks out if she smells a person that she can't get to.
Right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like literally, it was funny. I was telling somebody about my dog. I said she as a security system is all great and bad at the same time, because I would hear if someone tried to break in, she would get excited because someone was coming to visit her, so she would start making all her excited noises and kind of whimper and stuff like that. So it would wake me up, and I would know someone was coming into the house. But she wouldn't protect us for shit. She would probably just go and try to lick them and be happy. So anyway,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Here you go. Here's Jason Lee with 1 second of 2 seconds of dialogue. Jason Lee. My name is Earl.
Duck.
There you go. So,
Quack, quack, mother.
There you go. Will Smith being Will Smith in his only Will Smith ways. Of course, this line was completely ad-libbed.
No, I was picking something up for myself. I do a little cross-dressing on the weekends. You'd be surprised how a nice pair of edible panties can make a guy feel sexy.
There you go. This is 8 seconds of audio explanations.
For the uninitiated, if we don't have line of sight, we can't hear what they say, right? Right?
Yeah, got it.
That's right.
No.
The way it works.
And remember, you put the boom under the horse.
No, that's true. I've even proved it.
Yep.
I've even proved it on that show. Speak English. I forgot what this is.
Your phone was a GPS sat tracker. Pulses at 24 gigahertz.
I don't know what that means.
It's like a low jack, only 2 generations better than what the police have.
And what does that mean?
You speak English?
Obviously not that well.
Kind of a jerk, aren't you?
See, Gene Hackman making things better. Limited sat. I don't know what this means.
You get a
I do remember this means. This makes me laugh too.
You get a feature extraction and pattern matching on?
He never looks up.
He's smart.
Why does he have to look up?
The satellite's about 155 miles above the Earth. It can only look straight down.
It's kind of limited, isn't it?
Oh, well, maybe you can design a new one.
Oh, maybe I will, idiot.
Okay, that's something that bothered me. They can take the security footage from the lingerie shop and rotate the damn thing,
right?
But they can't get Gene Hackman to look up at the satellite.
Well,
they can't rotate.
They can't rotate it. Yeah, let's rotate it on the x-axis down 90 degrees and hypothesize what this man looks like. I mean, and let's also be fair. 1998, security systems did not look that good. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Still don't look that clear.
Yeah, I manage my security system for Clemson, and these are quote unquote high def IP cameras, and they. Like, you got to get within about 17 feet of that camera and look at it before I can tell if you're a white dude or not. I mean, like, I'll be real honest with you. Like,
what's it got to be a white dude?
Okay. So, my point is, those cameras did not look that good.
I literally held up my fingers. I was like 3, 2, 1, and there it is.
Just depending where I was going to come from. Because it didn't matter what I was going to say, you were going to question it, right?
Yeah. If it said black guy, I'd have been like, why is it going to be black guy?
I could have said unicorn, and you'd have been like, why you got to discriminate against...
But you got unicorns.
Yeah. The animal of his people. This was the tagline of the movie, basically. I remember this from the trailer.
What was happening? I blew up the building. Why? Because you made a phone call.
There you go. And
seems a little much.
Yeah. And then I for some reason, this always kind of bothered me too.
Yeah, hello. Could you send somebody up to my room, please? Yes, this is Krista, the congressman's aide.
Like, why do you got to be a bitch about it? Just say, hey, my TV's not working. I just, you just had sex. You're fine. Just whatever. Don't be an asshole. That's all I'm saying. All right, there are your clips. Time Time for this.
All right.
And now for some more bad news. Ready?
Trivia. Oh, wait. Tropes. Blackmail trope. Scene sex. What? Not scene sex. Scene text makes noise. Sorry.
I mean, scene sex makes noise as well.
Well, they do. Yeah, I guess it does. But the text on the thing makes noise. Italian guys are eating food. Foot chase runs through a kitchen. Zoom and enhance. Oh, I hate that phrase. Zoom and enhance. That's not a thing. Like,
doesn't work.
That's never been a thing.
Zoom and unenhance.
Yeah, I can zoom and make worse. I can do that. And you're all
very bad acting. Zoom and make worse.
Yeah. They should actually say that. Hey, can you zoom and enhance? No, but I can zoom and make worse. Anyway. Though I did one of my tech podcasts I was listening to talking about, they're using computer Watson, that is actually starting to get to the point where we can actually zoom and enhance. Like they're actually able to actually hypothesize what the pixel would be. You know, like, because what it does is it's taking millions upon millions of other images, right? So when it sees this thing, it's kind of comparing it to other things that it's seen and kind of filling in the gaps as needed when you zoom in and you create holes in the pixels, basically. It's like, well, if this is a person's face, it should probably shape like this, things like that. So it's actually kind of neat, but how
somebody's going to get framed for murder one day.
Well, maybe.
Exactly.
Because they zoomed
and now
in
we have
enhanced.
Minority Report.
Yeah, there you go.
I plan on that whenever Sean is offed, somebody else is going to get the blame.
Oh, no, I got way too much evidence on you right now, Sam.
I swear that was a hot dog and a fig.
What?
Oh, no.
Okay.
A little bit of a penis check there for you.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
I love it.
Trivia. Gene Hackman turned down the role several times, but was ultimately convinced to sign on after a phone call. He made a phone call and he blew up a building. By Tony Scott. Will Smith later signed on a relative post-Independence Day bargain price because he wanted to work with Hackman. I already mentioned the Tom Cruise bit. This anytime I see this, I always capture it for Andrew and Corny. Sean Connery was considered for the role of Brill.
Sure, that would have been a great one.
Well, I would have been okay with that. That would have been fine.
All right, Mr. Connery, what we want you to do is use kind of an American accent. Oh, that's fine. I've got that. Yeah.
That sounds fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I sound like one of those San Francisco bastards, right?
Pretty sure I can make that happen.
Right. Can you go back and use your Russian accent from Hunt for Red October?
You shithead, I just did.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Can you do your Spanish accent from the Highlander?
Buenos dias.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Lisa
Was there one about Frank Stallone too?
Wait, what?
Was there an option for Frank Stallone too?
No, it didn't have him. So, Lisa Bonet portrays Will Smith's ex-girlfriend. Nearly 15 years later, Bonet's real-life daughter, Zoe Kravitz, portrays Will Smith's daughter in After Earth. So that's kind of funny, I guess. She would also be the dragonfly chick, whatever. She's what was she in?
Girl with the dragon
First
tattoo?
Class?
No, yeah, in First Class, yeah. She's the one that spits fire and can fly.
Oh. So I had a major crush on Lisa Bonet when I was growing up.
I'm pilot. I fly. Yeah, she was on Bill Cosby, right? Bill Cosby show?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like we're getting Will Smith and her from Bill Cosby show, and I think people actually wanted them to get together, but in the movie. Average shot length equals 2.4 seconds. Median shot length was 2.2 seconds. Definitely a Tony Scott film.
Yeah, another thing that bothered me. I just felt like I was getting jerked around the whole time.
Yeah, and not in the good way.
That sounds about right, yeah.
If you really want more of that, go watch Man on Fire. My gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can't...
I love that movie, but I hate that style of cinematography.
It's just... Like, you can't eat a heavy meal before you watch that movie because you're going to throw up. I mean, it's crazy.
Get ready for a
Yeah, no, you're right. Recasting. Again, I actually took time on this to think about who I want to do for my recasting bit. So it's 2017. Again, all of the same concepts. We just have the better technology, and we don't 3D rotate still pictures. So as my Dean character, I picked two different guys. So my first pick was Andrew Garfield in the role. I could see him as a lawyer. He's physical enough. He can do some of the action scenes,
and he can climb walls.
I also think Donald Glover would be really good at it too. He's
the guy from
Childish Gambino.
Yeah,
Lethal Weapon.
Not Danny Glover,
like Spider-Man.
He's going to be the new Lando Calrissian in the Han Solo movie.
Have you heard his a bit about Spider-Man? His comedy sketch?
No.
When before Andrew Garfield was, or I guess it was while that one was being made, there was some rumor that he was going to be Spider-Man, and so on Twitter, and he does a whole comedy sketch about it. It's really funny. You should go listen to it.
Oh, check it out. He's good. I like him. Yeah. Sam, you would know him from The Martian. He's like the.
Dude, I watched Community. I know who he is.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, he's great. So I think he would do. Yes. I think he could do well at it also. And then as Brill,
Joe McHale.
What?
Joel McHale actually might have been okay for the Robert Dean, but I think it would be more comedy than what it is.
For my Brill character, I also picked two guys. I wrote Jeff Daniels. I can see him as a kind of a crazy, live in a jar kind of guy. But I also think that Robert Downey Jr. would do a really good job at it too. I don't know if we're too saturated with him with all the stuff that he's doing, but I think he'd be good at it. I like James Spader as my NSA bad guy.
Oh, yeah. All right.
And then I wrote various nerdy guys for Tex. So, I mean, I just...
all right, so with Aldous Hodge.
Yeah.
Jim Kennedy again.
I mean, honestly, as soon as you said Aldous Hodge, it reminded me for some reason of Transformers, and I thought of Anthony Anderson. I could see him making crack.
From ER?
Guy from ER. Is he in ER?
Was he in ER? No.
I don't think he was. Anthony Anderson, he was in Transformers, I mean. He was the guy who the Australian chick goes to hack whatever. John Voight's in that too. She's like, who is this guy? He's my advisor. And then, anyway,
I think we should in the bus. We should have. In the van. What's the guy that plays?
Yes, in the bus.
We should have
in the bus. Bye.
Oh my gosh.
We should have John Heder, Michael Cera, and DJ Paul.
I like this idea already.
Yeah, I love that.
And the guy that plays McLovin, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Just all four of them should be in the van.
But the problem is that they're all old.
And improvise the entire thing.
But they're all like 40. I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be funny. I mean, this movie might be almost too funny, especially if you put it in with RDJ.
I want to see that movie.
I kind of do too. So there you go. That was my pick for that. Soundtrack grade, I'm just going to give it as an N for 90s of shit. I mean, Hans Zimmer didn't do it, but it might as well have been. It was actually Hans Zimmer's little buddies that he gets to do movies that he doesn't want to do. I think it was Harry Gregson Williams did it, I think. And we'd know him from such. Yeah, Harry Gregson Williams and Trevor Rabin. So both of those guys like worship of the altar of Zimmer. I mean, Harry Gregson Williams did the Chronicles of Narnia movies, and he did the Kingdom of Heaven movie. Sam, have you watched it yet?
No. I've got to.
I'm going to want my Blu-ray back eventually. And Trevor Rabin, he's done a bunch of he did the Nicolas Cage, the Find the Declaration movies, whatever it's called, National Treasure. That's it. All right, here we go. Time for
lunch.
This.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Top 3 Will Smith movies. It's actually kind of hard to believe that we're at 100 and episode 169 and we haven't done these yet, but Will Smith movies. Andrew, go.
All right. Will.
No, Will.
Oh, sorry. Will.
I wrote Will Smith for some reason.
Number 3, iRobot.
Oh, I like iRobot. That's a good movie.
Yeah.
I have a problem with heights. Sorry.
Number 2, Bad Boys 2.
All right.
And number 1, Suicide Squad.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh,
thought he did really well in that movie. The movie itself, maybe not all that great, but he was very good in it.
I think he carried the movie very well.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I still need to see it. I haven't watched it yet. Not because I'm a DC hater like Andrew thinks, but it's just because I haven't seen it.
Well, whatever. I do have an honorable mention, but I'm not going to mention it until everybody's done, in case it's on your list.
Okay. And Corny. Blue Light Behind the Wall.
Hold on a second.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Should I skip to Sam?
No, it's just hard now that the shield is now covering my screen. I'll just go sideways.
Give me a little profile there. There you go.
Yeah, get rid of this before I whip my own out.
Ooh.
Ladies.
Whenever.
All right, so my number.
Okay.
My number 3 is the first Men in Black.
Okay.
My number 2 is Hancock, just because of if you say asshole one more time.
Call me an asshole.
One
more time.
And then my number 1 is Hitch. I don't know why, but that's actually one of those.
That's a good
love
movie.
the shit out of that movie.
It's a good little rom-com. I like that.
Okay, that's why I didn't mention my honorable mention, because that's what it was. I figured somebody would say it.
Oh.
He's very good in that.
No, he is. He's good. He's very
good,
charming.
Yeah. Makes me want to date him. Shit.
No kidding. Sam.
All right. I guess I'm different than you guys. I haven't heard mine yet. Number 3, I've got 7 Pounds.
Still haven't seen it.
Which is,
I've heard it's very good, actually.
I've literally heard everything from it was good to the worst Will Smith movie ever until After Earth.
Yeah, it's interesting. My number 2 is I Am Legend.
Okay, it's my honorable mention.
And my number 1 is Independence Day.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Yep, yeah, I Am Legend and an Independence Day are my 2 honorable mentions. I like I Am Legend because it's kind of hard to act when you're by yourself.
It just got an amazing first and second act. The third act falls apart.
Now there's an alternate ending, if you're aware of it or not. I don't know. Where he lives. Spoiler, but
son of a bitch.
Anyway, it's fine. My number 3, Legend of Bagger Vance. I actually like him a lot in that movie.
Golf movie?
I kind of thought you'd say that.
I like that movie. It's good. I mean, Matt Damon dealing with PTSD issues, and you got a really hot Charlize Theron in it, and you know,
and Ghost Will Smith.
And Will Smith, who may or may not be real. Number 2 is Hancock, which also stars a really hot Charlize Theron. I didn't realize that until just now. I like that movie. I think it's funny. And call me an asshole. He drops the car on that building was just too funny. But like that whole bit when he does the whole good job and gives the big thumbs up. I used to do that all the time to my tech staff at Carowinds. I don't know if I
yes.
Yeah, I used to.
Yes, did.
Yeah. Because I knew most people had seen that movie and it was funny, so I just, hey, Corny, good job. Good job. And then you'd say, you good job. So, do I have permission to touch your body? Anyway, sorry.
What?
It's in the movie.
Also a weird part of the job. But
I thought you were doing that to your tech set.
No, yeah.
He did.
That part was also at Carowinds, too. Yeah. Sorry, Corny, but do I have permission to touch your body? Why? Well, I don't know.
Okay, but stay away from the fudge factory.
Oh, weird. And my number 1, it has to be Bad Boys 2. It has to be. I have problems with that movie.
You know what I really wanted to happen in this movie? Is when once Will Smith crawled out from under the table, he gets up and goes, "Whoa, now that's how you're supposed to shoot." Now my next partner, he's going to be crazy, but this is how you're supposed to shoot.
Yeah, or something like that. You kind of wanted him to say something, kind of like Next time I get a plane, or something like that. I don't know. I watched Independence Day not that long ago. Anyway, I watched the first one not too long after watching the second one and realized that how much better the first one is. The second one's just not good. I mean, it's prettier, but it sucks. All right, that's it. That's all for that. I already played that bit. This bit.
Wait, what's supposed to happen?
Well, this is where we give our top 10. Or out of 10, I mean. Not top 10. Out of 10. This is where you tell me your score from 0 to 10. 0 being... a
number.
Children of the Corn. And 10 being... I don't know what our number 1 is. I can't remember. Is Jurassic Park still number 10? I can't remember. There you go. So, Andrew.
Okay. Well, like I said, this wasn't my favorite film, and I found a lot of issues with it that this just bothered me too much. And I felt like it was a little too long. I'm going to give it a 6.8.
Okay.
Out of 10.
6.8.
6.8 fire trucks to the face.
Corny.
That may seem as Chad, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Had to get that one in. We hadn't done it in a couple of weeks. I'm actually going to give it a 7.564.
Wait, 5.4. Okay.
And Andrew's right. Definitely right about the half hour too long there. I mean, there's some, we can avoid certain things and the angles and the almost Michael Bay-esque of shots here and there.
Is this before Michael Bay?
No, I mean this is a post Bad Boys 1, Armageddon world. Definitely post The Rock. So yeah, we had already had our flavor of Michael Bay. I mean, we hadn't been ruined by Transformers yet, but
I can't believe they made a new one.
Do we, any of us, want to go see the new one in the theater just to review it, or do we just wait for it to come on streaming 5 minutes after it gets out of the theater?
Hey, I almost dropped an F-bomb there. That's how much I hate that movie.
That fourth one was so bad.
I gave it a 0. I remember I gave it a 0.
Yeah, I don't know. You might have. I can look back and
I didn't remember that there had been 4.
Yeah, no, it's so bad.
Promised the freaking dinosaurs and didn't deliver.
Not until the last 30 seconds. I mean, it's so bad. Yep. Yeah, Corny gave it a 0. Yeah. Yeah, that one averaged a 2.435.
If I remember right, Corny basically threatened to stop watching movies altogether after that
I think I actually might have.
Yeah.
I hated that so much.
You'd given up hope of good film ever being able to be made after that movie. It was so bad.
Yeah. That killed the franchise for me. I will not watch this movie. And if we have to do it for podcasts, I'll do it. But
that's probably that's the only way I'll watch it. I mean,
unless, I'll watch it too. I'm not interested at all.
And unless like people that I know and respect their opinion of film come back and say, "Dude, it's as good as the first one," then I might wait until it comes.
I'm still gonna look at them and go, "And you're wrong." And then you live with yourself like that. But
I might do like a dollar theater at that point. But
I mean, do you think that this is an attempt to apologize to the Transformer-loving audience?
They can keep their apology and kiss my ass.
And make up for the trash that was the fourth one?
I'm still confused as why Michael Bay isn't doing anything other than these movies. Like, is Hollywood basically said, you know what, we're kind of over you, so we're just going to let you do your shit films, and we're going to keep the rest for other people? I mean, I don't know. It just seems weird that his last 4 movies are just Transformers movies.
Yeah.
Unless I'm wrong, but...
Maybe there's more than meets the eye to him. No?
Sam, it's your turn.
Oh, okay. I'm probably going to give this a mediocre 6.85. I'm watching Sean as he speaks out of 10.
Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. I was looking at something. 6 point what?
6.85.
85. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I already admit I like this movie. It does all the things that I need it to do. It's kind of funny. I like Gene Hackman. I like the fact that Gene Hackman was about to leave him in the El Camino, and then he pulls up he shows the cat, and then he unlocks the door. Like the only reason why he let him come in is because he had his cat. There was a lot of little bits like that I thought was pretty good. So I'm gonna give this an 8.0, just a solid 8.
Whoa!
Shotguns to the helicopter out of 10. I like this movie. I did. So there, it's written down, and you can't make me change my mind.
Wow, man.
Actually, good.
Well, you can, but you're not going to. There you go. That's it. That's our movie. And I was actually on Michael Bay's. Well, that too. I was on Michael Bay's page, his IMDb page, looking at his producer credits. So if I go down to director credit, which I'm looking for, I had forgotten that he did 13 hours in between Transformers movies.
I heard that was actually decent.
Yeah, I did too. And then he did Pain and Gain between Dark of the Moon and Age of Extinction, which is not good.
Oh, Pain and Gain is with
Marky Mark and The Rock. Yeah,
I saw that. Really weird, but surprisingly good.
So now
I thought it was too. Remake of him.
So now I'm looking at his producer credits. All right, so 2016 we get obviously 13 hours. He did the series The Last Ship, which was kind of neat, and then he did something called the Ouija board, whatever it's called, Ouija board, OUIGA board. And then he did The Purge, the TV movie, which has just been announced. He's doing something called Little America. He's doing something called Untitled Miami Project. He's executive producing 4 episodes of a Jack Ryan TV series, which is kind of interesting. John Krasinski is going to be Jack Ryan.
Ooh. I like that.
I like that too a lot.
Yeah, now he was in that 13 hours, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still haven't seen that. I like him. I loved him in The Office, but I want to see him in a serious role.
Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan follows up an up-and-coming CIA analyst thrust into dangerous field assignments for the first time. I kind of want to know, they've filmed 4 episodes, but they say they got two seasons. I'm looking to see where it's going to be aired.
It's probably a Netflix thing.
I can't find it. All right, well, that's something to look for. I'm actually really to find out more about that. All right, whatever. It's a 60-minute episode. I mean, it's an hour anyway. And then he's doing the Last Night, which we knew, and then something called A Quiet Place, and then he's doing something called
what? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
He's doing something called Bumblebee.
That's
a prequel tale of Bumblebee's time on Earth.
Oh, great.
And the only person they've cast is Haley Steinfeld. So,
who's she?
What's the deal with the Bumblebee?
No, that's Steinfeld. Nice. That was good though. Haley Steinfeld. She's in Pitch Perfect 2. She's the new girl. She was the only girl in the Ender's Game movie.
That's right.
Yeah. Then he's doing The Purge 4, Bad Boys 4, and announced Transformers 7, 2019. So they are going to milk that cow until it is dead, which I think it died in the 4th movie.
No, it's just every time
died
they
in the
go
3rd movie, to tell you the truth.
Well, the 4th one killed it. I think the 3rd movie...
It was dying.
The 3rd movie wasn't... I'm trying to use the phrase not bad, but... It wasn't awful, like.
Which one was the one with the racist ones?
That was the second one.
The second one was bad. Which one had the nuts?
That was the second one. Right underneath the robot's testicles. Yeah, that one. Yeah. That was the second one. Yeah. The third one, I think they try to bring a little credibility back by having like one of the characters voiced by Leonard Nimoy, and they tried and they brought in Mick Dreamy. Anyway, it's fine. Whatever.
I remember that one now.
Yeah, it's fine. It ended really weird though, and I don't know. There's just something about like, why are we okay with robots killing robots in kind of a cold blood, but not people? Like, if Captain America did to the Red Skull what Optimus Prime did to the Leonard Nimoy voiced, to Megatron. Holy shit! You know what I'm saying? Like he literally had him down, foot on his back, and shot him in the back of the head in the movie. And I'm like, wait a minute! Like, I didn't know that we were doing that. We were executing people in our movies. So anyway, it's fine. It's fine.
The devil.
There we go. So, by the way, we did have getting geared up and whatever. Whatever. All right, that's it. That's all. That's our show. I'm done. I'm done.
We're it. That's it. We're out.
I've already hit the button. We're playing the outro. There's nothing I can do about it. Next week we're watching something called The Relic. I have no
Wait. I thought we were watching special Adam West.
Oh crap. Okay, I didn't mean to play that. No, you're right. Next week we are doing the so Adam West TV's Adam West passed away since our last recording. We will be doing a live stream, not live stream. Could I live stream it and not get in trouble? I don't know. I'm trying to think if I could do it on Twitch and not get in trouble. I don't know. Anyway, but we will do a live commentary episode of the Batman movie. Thank you, Sam, for reminding me. See, if it's not in my script, I don't know.
That's why you should have me editing your script for you.
It's a terrible idea.
No, show notes.
Wait a minute. Is 13 hours streaming?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Weird, because
Amazon, I think. Right?
Obviously, one of you really wants to watch it because it's in my list twice.
What?
Wow.
It's in here twice. So anyway,
we really want to watch it.
Yeah, I think we should do it. I think that'd be good. And I'd be okay with bumping that up a little earlier. Anyway.
And I finally saw that eBay commercial, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
There's an eBay commercial, for those of you not knowing, floating out there using the theme song from Swiss Army Man. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh my gosh, that's from Swiss Army Man. And then I, of course, had to share it with you. So anyway, the Batman is next week. That will be, again, our... it'll be a live commentary of that, because I kind of feel like that's the only way we can do that song. All right, where's my
I've never seen it. Have you guys ever seen it?
It's been years, and again I only watched like portions of it. Like I don't.
Oh yeah, I watched it with my kids.
I don't remember like the shark bit, and there's a bunch of other stuff I don't remember. So I'm really looking forward to that. Very sad that Adam West is gone. So that's it. That's next week. In the meantime, GoFundMe.com/Cheapseat Reviews. Help us out if you can. And of course, our Anchor app. I do probably a post a week, maybe 2 posts a week if I have time. Leave us a review, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, anywhere where you can get your podcast. I appreciate that. We need those reviews. They help us in ways that are hard to describe. Visit our website, cheapseatreviews.com, where you can find links to all our previous shows. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/cheapseatreviews. And, of course, follow us on the Twitter at CheapSeatCast. And, of course, you can send your emails. You can send emails to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com. We will read them. And
if you don't want Sean to read them, I'll read them for you.
Or if you really want, we can have Andrew read them with a Scottish accent, and it might make them better.
Ooh, that is true.
So I want to read them in their German accent. So
all right, well, we can do that too.
On a T-Rex.
Could the listeners suggest an accent?
As long as it's not Swahili, I think I'll be all
right. Anyway. That sounds all fun. In the meantime, not in the meantime, that's it for us. Gosh, I can't talk. Thank you for listening. This was a lot of fun. So on behalf of Andrew, Corny, Sam, this is Sean saying thank you for listening. Happy Father's Day, and we will see you next week with Batman.